So, welcome back to the second season of Sleepless in Dubai. My name is Julie Mallon, and we are here at Baby Expo, which is an early family event, first of its kind in Dubai. So it might be a little bit noisy, but I would like to say I'm a sleep expert, I am a corporate speaker, and most importantly, I am the mother to 3 incredible human beings. And I'd now like to hand you over to my co-presenter, Laura.
Yes, my name is Laura Buckwell. I'm an international event MC and broadcast journalist, and I'm a mother of 3. And we are absolutely delighted to be joined by an entrepreneur, a mother of 4, and a business mentor. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Tell us a little bit more about your life, and I've given you a very, very brief introduction. So tell us more about what you do and the various titles that you hold at the moment.
So I think the most important one is mother. I've got 3 boys, and I was very lucky to finally get my girl. She's two months old now. I've been in Dubai now for 17 years, and I have numerous businesses. I started a modeling and events company 15 years ago.
Yeah.
I have a gym clothing brand called GCC, and I am a business mentor. I hold networking events, women empowerment events, business retreats, and I think that's it.
How on earth do you juggle all of that? And your youngest is just 2 months old, I gather. So how are you managing to do you have like a team of people? What do you prioritize? Obviously, like family, is pretty much.
I think it's super easy. I'm saying it's super easy. Living in Dubai, I think we're very lucky that we're able to have the help that we do have. So I do have a team of people behind me. I don't do it all on my own. But I think planning, prioritizing, and preparation are key. So I recently created a book. It's a planner. So it's kind of how I structure my time and what I find easiest way to kind of prioritize all the things that I do. But I think for me, it's planning is the key to balance.
So there's so many things that you've said which I would like to highlight, and I'm not quite sure which one is more important. The first one you said about your youngest being 8 weeks old. That 8 weeks old is really significant because we know in that first year they go through a whole series of events, cognitive leaps. Now, up until 8 weeks, your little girl, her most dominant vision was her peripheral vision. So she looks at you here, she can see you more clearly.
Yeah.
And for the 8 weeks, now that vision changes and her central vision is the most dominant. So that's the first thing. And what that actually looks like somewhere between 7 and 9 weeks is that she will be much more sensitive to light and sound. So it's just about having that awareness. So that's the first thing. Now, you're also saying about how planning and structured. There are so many studies that show us that once we become mothers, then our time management is so much better because we do have to manage all these different things, whether it's the emotions of our children, where they are developmentally, whether we've just got to think much more 360 degrees. And I do think on many levels about being here in Dubai, we are very fortunate because being here in Dubai, the can-do attitude, I'm 61 and I'm a very proud 61, but what I've been able to achieve here, I'm quite sure I couldn't do it in loads of other places because here in Dubai, we are really shown that we can do it. And I think as a mother of 3 adult daughters, they need to see us showing them what we can do.
Yeah.
Funnily enough, and this is totally by accident, I have lots and lots of things in terms of CEOs. And here in Dubai, we celebrate the CEOs within, women being CEOs. So I think I'd love to get your take on supporting women in the workplace and really allowing them to achieve, and there isn't that glass ceiling.
Yeah. I think it's really important, and it's not something that I ever had kind of, growing up, starting my businesses. I never had a mentor or, people that would talk about women empowerment. So I think for me, it's really important. I started off doing large events, and then I kind of scaled it down because the large events, they're great. I think the last one we had like 150 people, but it's not personal enough. So after every event, I have women like messaging me, can we grab a coffee? Can I pick your brains? I've got, this idea, this business idea. And, that's when I started to do the business mentor one-on-one because, obviously I needed to make a business out of it. That's what I do. But obviously it also so important for these women to have a mentor who's started businesses, who's, made the mistakes, who've done the things in Dubai that, we know Dubai is fabulous, but it can be a bit of a nightmare, we're starting businesses and things like that. So I think to support other women is really, really important. And to remember that when you support other women, it never dulls, what you do. But it's so inspirational for me. And I think I get a lot more out of helping women than, sometimes they do.
So how do you juggle everything and prioritize sleep at the same time? Obviously, you've got a very young baby, you've got a lot of businesses and everything else. So how are you managing right now? And how's your baby sleeping as well?
Luckily, all my children were pretty good sleepers, to be honest. I have to have 8 to 10 hours a night. Obviously, it's broken. But I do prioritize sleep. It's really important for me. I just go to bed at 7 o'clock every night.
So you actually said something really important, 8 to 10 hours. And it is also about the quality of your sleep. Yeah. So 10 hours is not, it's not healthy. We know the science is there that 10 hours is not healthy.
Yeah.
8 hours, because we know that a sleep cycle is an hour and a half. So we're either 7 or 9 hour sleepers. And then what you're really wanting at some point to build within your practice is that your consolidation of your night's sleep. Because when your sleep is broken, say you wake up twice and you had 10 hours sleep, the quality of that sleep is even less than 50% in terms of the quality of it. So we want you to have the best quality of sleep. And the reason being is that in the first half of your sleep, it's all about deep restorative sleep. And then in the second half, that's much more about your rapid eye movement. And so, for example, Professor Mackie's Walker is famous for saying that, our sleep is the greatest free therapy that we could ever get. And that's because our rapid eye movement in the second half of our sleep is all about emotional processing. So, sleep has different benefits throughout the night. So in the first half of your sleep, so yes, you're going to sleep really early at 7 o'clock, but actually your biological clock is not primed to sleep yet. Oh, mine is. So that's why we're really looking to work on increasing the quality of your sleep, which we can do.
So very quickly, we're just going to go to a commercial break and we will be back soon with Kelly Hodgkin.
Havea's mission is to create sustainable, non-toxic sleep solutions that support healthier lives and a healthier planet. And so we've partnered with Nurtured Sleep to create the ultimate organic mattress for little dreamers. Made from certified organic latex, breathable, durable, non-toxic, and no off-gassing. With a soft, washable bamboo cover, it's easy for parents and safe for baby. Ultimately fully organic and available in 3 sizes. Visit havea.ae to learn more.
Yes, we are back with Kelly Hodgkin, business mentor, entrepreneur, and mother of 4 now. So yes, congratulations on the new addition. Tell us a little bit more about your business mentorship. Is it specifically focused on women though, or tell us a little bit more about that side of your business.
So I think, I don't know why, but my events and all my, most of what I do attracts women, which is great, but we definitely feel like men also need the help and the support, but I think maybe they struggle to ask for the help. So at the moment, my clientele is 90% women. I have an average of around 20 flights a month. We focus on women that come to me with an idea, or they're halfway through their journey and they're kind of stuck. They've lost their mojo, or they've got another business idea. So all different, sections of the journey that you would as an entrepreneur. So they come to me for advice, support, guidance, and it's really lonely when you're an entrepreneur because it's just you. So there's no one there to kind of bounce the ideas off and ask for advice or ask for help. So a lot of them come for that side of it as well.
Because that's what I was going to say, sorry. Because my husband's an entrepreneur, and this is the thing, you never switch the phone on.
No.
Because it's your business, it's your baby.
Yeah.
Of course it is. So it's like, if someone calls you at midnight, and it's a call you need to take, you're just going to have to do it. So it's I don't know, that juggle for me is, it's watching it from afar.
True, again, I don't know if it's, because I'm talking now about personal experience, but I don't know if it's living here in Dubai, because we seem to work incredibly hard. Now, thankfully, we also play very hard. But if I look at my 3 adult daughters, they are so hard working, and, they are working much longer hours. So I'm not sure if it's a world we're in now that we are working. But I just wanted to pick up on something you were saying about mentors. Now, one of our guests is a dentist, a pediatric dentist. And from there, we were talking about how most of the research, up until the 1950s, 1960s, all the research has been done on men. Now, I believe it's true of mentorship as well, because I do believe that really mentorship for women is quite new. And so for you to be in that space to offer that for women, I think is just doing one of the best things that we can do for the women of the future.
Yeah.
So I'd really like to say thank you for doing that, because it is all about building for the future, and, with your young daughter, and having the best future for her, because we are growing an adult, we're not growing a child. And if we can give her the mentality that she can do whatever she wants to do.
It's time for the boys as well. I find that, they watch me and my husband, and then they come to me with business ideas, and, there's 10, 7 and 3. There's 7-year-olds always coming to me with different hustling ideas of how to make money and can do this. And I think that's really important as a mother to give, or a parent to give that, to your children.
Yeah. Instill it early.
Yeah, sure. And I also find I'm going into a few different schools to do some free work for all the women, the girls and the boys, when they're leaving school, to give them some inspiration and ideas of, how to be an entrepreneur and, what's next for them. Because I remember when I left school and they would come around, I think I said I wanted to be an air hostess. Well, I wasn't tall enough. But yeah, I think that support for them leaving school is really important as well.
Sorry, carry on. It was just something that you said about, your boys coming as well and saying different things. There's a very interesting stat that is saying that this generation of children, there's something like 78% of them are going to be entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
78, they're not going to be in the normal workspace.
Yeah.
Now, what that means is they are going to have this brain of problem solving. And honestly, I know I can bring everything back to sleep, but truly, when we are teaching our children how to sleep independently, we are developing that problem solving within the neural pathways of their brain. So it's about us as parents really empowering our children. So your work mentoring, women and men, we need to bring that at home. And I love how you're going into the schools, because that's what we need to do. We need to go into the schools and allow the children to see they've got the future.
Yeah. So as a mentor, what are your sort of key pieces of advice, especially to women?
Yeah. I think my mantra to all my clients is don't take no for an answer. I think when you live in a world where, so many people want to shut you down, or, they don't believe in you or your idea because it scares them. So I think don't take no for an answer, and you have to surround yourself with people with the same mindset, and to kind of switch off all the noise around you and just focus on, if you're passionate about what it is that you're doing, and you have to have passion, and you're consistent, then you will make it work.
That's really great advice. And to have a mentor as well, I mean, is key, isn't it?
Yeah.
And
I need a mentor.
Yeah, someone to look up to give you advice. Because at the end of the day, you're always learning. You can never be, you can be the best, but you're always learning at the same time, right?
Yeah, I think the minute you think that you know it all, you're going to fail. I think for me, every single day is a day to learn.
But you were also saying about even you need a mentor.
Yeah.
But that makes me feel very confident and safe, because it's saying we don't know everything. And I truly believe that every day should be a school day.
Yeah.
I really do.
final question, sadly we've run out of time. What is your perfect sleep scenario? So if you could, have the perfect night's sleep, what is the sort of process that you go through in order to get to that state?
I think I'm lucky. I think I do have a very good kind of schedule with the kids. Like, I can't go to sleep until the kids are down. So the kids, always go down to bed at 7. And then for me, it's make sure they don't look at my phone for at least half an hour before I go to bed, and don't try and pick it up. There's always that temptation. And then lights out. It has to be very dark, no noise.
That's great, because we've been speaking about this because you were saying you've got to have pitch black. It's got to be quite a cool room. It's got to be like cave-like, hasn't it?
Yeah,
This perfect sort of scenario. So she's doing a good job.
Really, really good. Because the thing, in order for us to sleep, we need all that melatonin.
Yeah.
And melatonin is only produced in the dark. And if there's any light coming in, then it disrupts the production of it. So even like us, we also know that sleeping naked is actually the best way to sleep. That is the best way. But then we also have, on our skin, we have time receptors, light receptors. And so any light coming in will bounce on your skin, tell the brain, your suprachiasmatic nucleus, that it's light. And it will absolutely cause us to wake up. So darkness, very important. Very important.
Yeah, what do you think of the additional melatonin tablets? Are they good, bad?
No, they're not. Melatonin, as a supplement, is an endocrine disruptor, and it's about supply and demand. And therefore, if you're taking melatonin synthetically, it will be telling your brain that you don't need to make any more. Right? So there's lots of other things that will much more efficient. Okay, so I am really sad to say, and I hope you can really know this, that we have to wrap up. And just to say goodbye from Sleepless in Dubai, but that if there is anything that you want to achieve, remind yourself that your greatest superpower is your sleep. And thank you.